But yeah, I told Gab though. Yeah, it was just peas, man. Yeah, it's like think about it. Like we don't. I don't want to be struggling on some dead holiday. Oh, red tear. So yeah, but yeah, that's about it. To be honest. But bro, probably either call you later or see what I go on because I gotta talk to my guy real quick about certain things.
Yeah, of course. I'm just
So yeah,
doing this uni work, man. I'm here, bro.
so no, calm. I'll shout you then. I'll shout you then.
Yeah, bro. Love.
Cool, love,
Cheers.
love, bro. Yo,
Yeah.
I was gonna say when you can double check the stream to see the yeah, double check the stream. I don't know what ornaments you put. That I need to double check on the table and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, I've gone live. Of course, I'm only run the camera just to show you. Then I'll turn them off and then switch the batteries.
Yeah. Um. So you know that one of them works fine, right?
Yeah, one of them works fine, which I realized, and the other one I can even see like yeah, I can see it. So I think I had the red one on the plug, so I'm gonna use the blue one for the battery thing. But yeah,
Cool.
I'm
So it's the books. You see, there's something like 21 Blackness, 21 Black or something like that.
yeah 21 blackness. Yeah,
And then the book underneath, one book underneath that,
person key influence.
and then take 3 candles.
Yeah,
Um, 3 candles and the YouTube.
and
Candles anybody.
yeah the clap. Yeah,
And then put the trust book in one of those little crevices.
yeah.
And that's it for the props. And then obviously turn the lights on as well.
Yeah. I was turn the lights on, put the lights on behind.
Yeah, and then another thing is the lights on this here looks a bit.
Right, or
No, it looks a bit dark. I personally think we may need to change it back to the 4K version. So to change it back to both cameras to 3.9 or whatever it is.
change it back.
Yeah, because the quality doesn't look as good, man.
Cool. I'm a, I'm what is it? 384.
Go on, yeah, click it. Let me see something. Click. Yeah, 384.
Is that better?
Slightly. It's filled out the screen more. That's one thing.
Yeah, because I realized when I was editing, I had to zoom in because there was like two black lines on top or bottom.
Yeah.
I did realize that, but yeah.
Go back into that menu again.
Okay. Remember, yeah, it's a bit. So I'm in the menu because the screen says I'm not, but I'm in the menu now. Go on.
Let me just wait for it to load
Yeah.
up on my screen. Have you put onto ultra low latency, yeah? The YouTube stream.
Let me do. Okay, let me double check that. Yeah.
Can you go into the camera? Let me see what other resolutions they have there.
Okay. Do you want me to call you like properly? FaceTime, cause I know it's gonna be a delay in it.
Ah, it's cool.
Okay, cool, cool. Oh, why can't I hear myself? Actually.
Alright, and these are all the things, isn't it?
Mm.
Scroll down.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Alright, go back out of it. How much
Recording time.
Yeah, recording time.
47 minutes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a way to lower the quality,
But
still.
keep the resolution. Keep the.
Alright, go back into that same thing again. Actually, FaceTime me actually. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Go into frame rate. It's not gonna change anything. Alright, go back out. Alright, go down. Ooh. It's 1920.
Oh.
Is it the camera that's on right now on the screen?
Yeah. Why is it 90? But it's still 47 minutes though.
It just might be a mistake on the screen, but click on the right one though.
Yeah, I must have clicked on it back. Now we're seeing 24. Okay, no, I think I clicked on the wrong. I might have clicked on the wrong thing. I'm going 38 now and it's saying 24 minutes. Let me. It may have changed the resolution and check or what is it? Hey, Rez, can you let us in? Okay, give me a second. Sabrina's. They're not shooting, but they're coming up now, though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll get them. Quick. been seeing everyone been going mad about it.
It's a bad boy film. It is an amazing film. It's one of the best films of this like era of films. Yeah, I'm a film man, as you.
What it is, I'm waiting for what's that? I'm waiting for Kong Godzilla. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the new Batman. That's next year.
Oh, come on, man. You don't want to.
No.
That's okay. No, you're not a film man, but that's okay.
I am a film man.
Nah, you're not.
Yes, I am.
What's up with Kong? Sorry.
Exactly.
Did I miss something?
Dude, okay, look. But one of my favorite films that come out near like, what's that time period? What's that time period? COVID, yeah?
Yeah.
Tenet. That film, bad boy film. If you don't like Tenet, you can
I've
leave.
seen Tenet.
Tenet
Leave.
was.
I didn't say that I must
good.
have.
Tenet was a good film. Fantastic.
Hold on, we're not shooting Sabrina still.
No, we are, you know.
Tenet was a bad boy film. It was, but they overcooked it, and they unnecessarily overcooked it.
What happened in Tenet again?
It was unnecessarily.
It's Denzel Washington's son, and everything's kind of in reverse and.
Yeah, and Denzel Washington's son, he hadn't warmed up yet to his.
Let me start. If it's what I think it is.
Because he. I think he's done a lot of theatre and like small time production, and that was his first big production film. And you can tell he's not warmed up. Have you seen his newest one?
Yes,
with the girl.
Yeah, with the girl. With the girl.
That was a fantastic, like much better acting. I got more from him.
So you're saying he should have done that then Tenet? Like he should have warmed
I don't think he should have done Tenet. Period. Nah, he was a bit too bland for me, a bit too flat. He's a bit. You know who he reminds me of? Who plays? Who's John Wick and Neo?
What's his name?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
He's a black Keanu Reeves. Fantastic actor, but you're just quite flat.
Bland, okay.
So
you say that now I understand where you're coming from.
He's only good for some roles. You can't act in everything.
Yeah.
And I just think Tenet needed
a bit more.
Yeah. It needed a bit more. But it was a good film. What's favourite film of all time?
Favourite film of all time? Remember, I'm still young in it, so I got my young kiddie films, but like a proper production film.
I put my Toy Story's up there. Would you?
Toy Story?
No, Cars. See?
Say Cars.
You flopped it. Man said Toy Story, Cars. I'll say Cars. Toy Story, Cars.
You're younger than me. So
I said you're younger than me because you said Toy Story. I'm like, damn, I'm old.
Toy Story. What it is, because I know, because when I'm out with my sister, I can watch Toy Story 1, 2, 3, even 4 back to back. I would sit there and watch. Like, even like Monsters Inc. I would sit there and watch all the kiddies.
See, I like Incredibles and all of that as well, but
even though I like the first one.
No, but Toy Story first came out in 1991 or 1992.
Yeah, but I don't know if I liked all of them. But which Toy Story are you talking
Toy
about?
Story, the first Toy
Yeah,
Story.
the first one.
It's wicked.
Bad boy film. But what's your favourite film?
Favourite film of all time? If I could rewatch. Think about that one.
What's your favourite? What's your best film of all time?
I don't think
I should know this.
Mine is The Matrix.
Matrix.
Number 1 film of all time. Best film ever made.
Okay. Because I was a proper kid back then, I'd say The Dark Knight Rises for me. Batman.
The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises are in my top 10. They are.
At least we can agree on that. I don't know. I don't care about Tenet.
The Dark Knight Rises is probably the best superhero film after, not even after, alongside, like Infinity War, for example. Alongside Infinity War.
Yeah. To me.
Yeah, they were. Dark Knight Rises is an incredible film. You can't even get much better than that, to be honest. Yeah, The Godfather.
What it is, I need to watch them because my dad's always on me.
No, you're not ready for the. No disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect. At 19, I didn't appreciate The Godfather.
Okay, so I need to get older still.
I didn't appreciate.
I'm 20 this year, so when I hit 20, still too young.
I didn't appreciate The Godfather like how I appreciate it now, until I was, I don't know, man. Like maybe.
Okay, like films I've watched like that was like I like films like back in the not back in the day, but like have you watched Snatch?
Back in the day with 2002.
I like it's like films like my dad put me on Snatch.
Snatch a bad boy.
Snatch like films like Snatch, Layer Cake. My dad.
Layer Cake's proper film.
Those are the films my dad pushed me to watch.
Yeah.
The Godfather. He said, "Cam, you need to watch."
Yeah, you have to. You don't understand life until you watch The Godfather.
Have you watched one film I love that's psychological? Maybe up there as well is Fight Club. I don't know if you watch
Fight Club. Come on, yeah.
Fight Club.
That's a big film. It's a big film. Yeah. Fantastic.
Fight Club. I like.
Donnie Brasco. No, Brasco, Donnie Brasco.
What's that?
Donnie, Al Pacino,
Oh, I got no.
Christian Bale. Yeah.
What else? Goodfellas.
Yeah, come on, man. Goodfellas is probably my top 3. Yeah, top 3. I think it goes Matrix.
I ain't hearing no black films coming out your mouth though.
Either the Goodfellas or the Goodfellas and Godfather is like joint number 2,
Okay.
and Paid in Full is number
Paid in
3.
Full?
Yeah, Paid in Full is top 3, 100%. I don't even know. Yeah, Paid in Full is number 3.
Well, I'm gonna have a think and I'm gonna get back to you.
Paid in Full. I could watch. I know it word for word. I can watch it. I can watch it a million times. I could watch
That's how I
it.
feel about Crooklyn.
Crooklyn's a proper film, but I've
Yeah.
not seen that in years though.
Yeah, I know all the words.
The Warriors as well. That's a good film.
Yeah.
The Warriors. Warriors.
I used to like New Jack City. I haven't watched that for years.
Yeah, New Jack City is a
Bloody
proper
hell.
film. And I like a lot of like kung fu films. I grew up on. I love kung fu
Yeah.
films when I was younger.
What about a Nightcrawler?
Remind me of the Nightcrawler.
It is played by what's his
I'm gonna
name?
Google it. You know, I'll know it.
Google it. The Nightcrawler, I loved it.
Do you know what series I've watched recently? You ever seen the film Watchmen?
Yes.
You watched the series?
The series is way better than the film.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's HBO or something like
Okay.
that. Have you got the box? You got like a box where you can watch everything?
I've got the stick.
Where you can watch everything?
Yeah, this is not recorded, is it?
No,
yeah.
everything like, I'm talking about
Big
the
old
Sky,
Cleon Barbershop.
I'm talking about the Skybox. I'm talking about
Yeah,
the Skybox.
yeah, I've got Skybox.
Yeah.
That's on the channel.
Yeah, the Skybox.
Yeah.
Just Watchmen.
Okay.
I watched episode 8 yesterday. I finished it yesterday, but I watched episode 8 is one of the best series episodes I've seen in my entire life.
Really?
But because of the context of the other ones, but it was like this monologue between the woman and the man and how they met. Oh, and it was like about time.
Okay.
But it's a super hit. It was amazing.
Doctor, what's his name? The blue guy. I know
Yeah.
Doctor, come on. What's the doctor? Hey, Doctor.
No.
I have to Google it now. Doctor. Watch. His name is.
Why do I feel like I might have watched this? No, I watched. This isn't the one where the superheroes are in the academy.
Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan, yeah.
Definitely that maybe them.
Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan is a bad boy character.
Proper
Even watching it, when he
character.
just starts tearing
But
apart
I'll be
stuff.
real with you though. The series is better than the
Series is
film.
better. I need to watch this. Well, I've seen clips of it, but it's never really. I've never really
It
jumped
starts
on it.
with Tulsa, Oklahoma, which was the first time that US military was used to bomb America. And it was a black town. So Black Wall Street was bombed by the FBI. It was actually bombed by the US Army, and it's the first time that the US has bombed its own city, and because it was Black Wall Street, and that's how the film starts. That's how the series starts.
Okay. I know what I'm doing when I get home.
It's so good. It's so good.
What else have I seen? I'm not even a serious person, but like Peaky Blinders, I love.
I've not. I couldn't get into it.
Really?
Don't do.
again.
Peaky Blinders is
Go
bad.
again.
Also,
Ozark.
You know, after a while, I was like, I can't bother
amazing.
to keep watching this. I just felt like it was dragging.
It was a bit draggy,
Yeah.
but it was a good. It's good. But I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
100%.
Because what did I start watching ages ago? And Wes is like, we need to get back on it. Snowfall.
Ah, proper.
Nah, when that gay scene happened, I was like,
Yeah, that's traumatic.
I need to stop watching this.
that was mental.
My soul, my spirit,
You
I was
know,
like,
with
I can't.
the guy, like
asking for the money.
he took the
Yeah.
guy in the room and
That made me feel.
I stopped.
Yeah,
We
that
stopped
was-
watching it. Like as soon as it came out, we started watching it,
that
and then
was
we've never been
I
back.
watched. I was like, I felt like a kid. I was like, what's happening?
yeah.
I felt sick. Like I just felt proper.
sick still.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
You
was
see them
mental.
on the bed. I was like,
Yeah, that was mental. That was mental.
But that's how I acted with what's that big one that everyone watched? No, I think it was based in Scotland. I think they filmed some of it in Scotland. What is it with the dragon and the? Damn it!
What, you
It was a
talking
big
about?
blockbuster.
Film.
Was it
one?
a film actually? Or was it a series? Lord, I think it's a series.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah, when that had the incest thing, I stopped
not
again.
seen Game of
Oh, there you go. There's an incest thing, like
And
maybe
people look at me
episode
like I'm
one.
mad, like,
So same.
watched it. I never
Same.
watched it.
Me and was like, yeah, now.
I heard it's.
And they were like, just get over that bit. It's good. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I heard it's good, but I've not managed to get into it. All right, cool. You got 10 minutes. Are you gonna do your?
Do we? How are we gonna do it though? Because Is there any? Do you have like a phone holder?
Phone.
Do you know,
Like
like,
this.
if he was gonna film something?
Oh yes, you know what? You're with the right person because I bought one for myself and you can use it.
There you go. Look at that.
Sounds amazing. I like that. Yeah.
Hey. Oh, can it? Oh.
Yeah, stands and everything. So we could Bridget,
Let's
I'll
do
just, that's what I'm saying. Just put. Oh no, but I'm wearing.
You can put it on the table. You can,
Let me do something so this is covered. I don't want no brands. I don't want no brands showing. I don't want any brands
How are you
showing.
gonna hide that with that?
Like this, look. There we go.
Oh, wicked. Okay. Do you need your phone?
What phone you got?
I've got the SE20 whatever Ultra.
Yeah, yours then.
No, but sometimes the video don't look great, you know.
Is
And my
it?
son's like Android. He's got iPhone 14.
No, you're right.
So when I'm filming like his fights and stuff, he's like, what is that?
Yeah, the cameras are better, but it's a bit
And I think I need to sort out my setting as well.
touch and go.
Where's yours? Oh, your charger though.
No, it's charge. It is enough charge. I got like 23%.
I got a charger.
No, it's shot. It's not. It's fine. It can still do it, but
Do you want me on the sofa then? Just keep looking up.
yeah, we just both sit down on the sofa and just do it really quickly.
Oh, gosh, I'm so conscious about his bloody dress. All right, sir.
Camden Comedy Club, 7th of March.
I need to get in a place where it's got the light in.
This might be a bit too far from me though. Okay, yeah, cool.
How do you?
I can make it work if as long as it's closer to me. Why have you done it so close? Are you doing it?
That's me messing about. I thought we were using your phone anyway.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. I know. This has always been this has been one of the main things. That'll do. Oh no, it won't do. On a selfie thing, you don't need to know a selfie.
Well, so we can see what we look like. You don't want to see what you look like? I swear every time I look at the footage, these classes are not clean. Oh my God. Hopefully you can't see that on the camera.
No. Look at the picture I accidentally took. On some creep
Creepy guy.
Creep vibe. Yeah, that's some creep vibe. That's madness.
Listen, today at Lawrence's house, please tell me when a security guard was trying it. And then what? He looked like he could be my dad. And what? This is why me and Uncle Daniel always arguing, because he says some real mad stuff, and I'm like,
No,
right.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying if the man's single, the man wants to try it, but you got a ring on your finger, so that's that.
Do you think men care?
No, they don't care.
Men don't care. They're like, that's a nice accessory.
Madness. That's
I'm not involved.
And I'm like, I'm married. You go, don't ask about your husband. What? That's just so disrespectful.
That's a nice
Let me see my husband and you can say that to him then. Since you don't care.
One guy wouldn't stop,
yeah.
and I just gave him my husband's number,
Straight.
and he called Wes.
Some
It was
of them
quite
are
funny.
weird. Some of them are proper weird though because they ain't got no honour.
There's been times when I'm out with Wes, and men are trying to chat to me like he's my brother, and Wes is like, and my husband. When my husband goes off, there's nothing you can do.
No, you're done. That's it. Yeah.
He's like Tasmania, like you just gotta let him just do this.
Yeah. Okay.
So why don't you want to see yourself?
What do you mean?
If you turn it that way, then you can see what we look like. So now you don't know if you're in shot.
No, I'll check.
I'll check.
Can you see the table?
Hi guys,
No,
welcome
I
to
don't-
Same Plate.
I don't even see the table. Why is he looking at me like that? The table's got stuff on it, innit?
Who's the table?
Hi guys, welcome to Same Place.
Can't
Worlds
stand it.
Apart.
Were you going to tell me you was going to do that? We're going to do it together.
Do we do it together?
Frenchie, This is gonna have to go into the cutscene.
Is it recording?
Yeah,
It's recorded.
Keep going, just keep going.
on some banter tip. Hi.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bounce you. I'm sorry. Ah! Right.
You go and then I go because now you can't.
No, I'm just got to go there.
3, 2, 1. Hi guys, and welcome to the Same Place Worlds Apart podcast. I'm Callum from the same. Hi guys, welcome to the Same Place Worlds Apart podcast. I'm Callum from the Black Leadership Project,
And I'm Sabrina from Social Inclusion Recovery Group.
and we are going to be starting a podcast. And just join in.
Really? We could have said
No,
more
we
than
could have
What
said
is
way
that?
more.
Just join, guys.
That was so bad. All right.
No, but you have to do that again because you can edit.
Yeah.
So now we've done the entry bit.
Should I stop recording and record again?
No, it's just Yeah.
Go for it, yeah.
No. Do you know why we're silly?
Because of this.
We're recording like this. It's supposed to be sideways.
why?
It's not going on. Where's it going
Insta.
on? Insta. It's going on Insta.
Oh, yes, down it. So that doesn't matter.
This whole thing's done.
All right, cool. So,
Do you suffer from bacterial
Jesus Christ.
vaginosis?
Now we're moving mental. The way I'm gonna cut this up is gonna be crazy. Yeah. So basically, what is the podcast about?
Are you asking me or are you saying?
Yeah, I'm asking
okay.
you what is the podcast about?
So our podcast is going to be different from what you usually watch. We're not going to be talking about foolishness. We're going to talk about things that actually concern us, our black community, and having real deep conversations. I don't know, is that boring?
Nah, man, that's not boring. That's boring, but it's you have to give them
boring,
the
but it's
information. You have
Yeah, but it
give
needs to
them-
be.
Yeah, that's enough, man. We'll all chop that up and then should we get the alcohol and make it? Nah, we're going mad. Okay, cool. Cam, what do you think?
Sabatically?
Yeah, that would do,
I
man.
need to see example. I don't like any of that.
That would do.
Regent, it's going up.
Oh.
It's going up. It's going up. It's going up. Because what is it? How does it work? Oh, just a.
It just
Yeah, it's proper.
Where'd you get this for gym?
No, you know what it is? I do recording myself. So like even when I do like, you'll see if you look at my Instagram, you see me do time lapse videos and stuff. Of me
What's
setting
your
up
Insta?
recording. It's KAMCRODXR.
You don't want to be found.
Oh no! Remember Instagram's
Ah.
Oh yeah, it's guys. Yeah.
Send me when you. Yeah.
I'll send it to you. But yeah, basically,
You should stay.
I can show you videos though, but I do like time lapse videos of like me in the studio and stuff, and it's kind of a thing I've always had, and of course I like to do YouTube sometimes, so I just have it as like a tripod, portable tripod. I got a remote. I can just
As long as you don't bring it in the gym, we ain't got a problem.
No. I don't do
Why?
gym like that.
I
Stand with it.
My son's that guy. He's that guy. My son's that guy.
We're bringing it in the gym. Just come at like 6.
He doesn't have that
Go
though.
at
He
like
just
6
pops it up.
Go at like 6 in the morning where no one else is
There.
there because we don't want to be tripping over pods like it's long.
I hear that. Did I tell you about the time my son's phone got stolen? The gym. He goes to Downham Gym, and I told him. I feel like he thinks he's untouchable. So when I put my things here, no one's gonna touch it because it's me.
Yeah.
Someone stole
But you
his
gave
phone.
him that though.
Huh? Oh,
Yeah.
no, definitely my brother. Me.
Your family gave him that. my nephew has that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boy stole his phone. And so I called the gym, they sent me CCTV, you can work out the two individuals. And then maybe a week later, his other phone pinged to say where it was. I told you, I said I went to the house. I didn't even tell.
Oh, you went to the yard?
I just jumped in my car and I was like, where's I'm going to this house? He goes, what do you mean?
That happened
Take
to my
me.
little sister.
Where's jumped in the car? We all rolled. The house is
Yeah.
literally 5 minutes from mine.
Yeah.
Went to the house. Mum said, no. We're Christian, da-da-da-da. I was like, I don't care.
I'm fucking on up. I just want the phone.
So I said, either give me the phone or the next step was out of my control. And she was like, no. Then I could hear her son moving around. He come downstairs. So I ain't got it, but I think I know who has.
No, the phone's here because I can see it's here.
No, his brethren brought the phone to the house and put the phone on in the house and it pinged. So I went round to the brethren's house. When this little 11-year-old boy, opened the front door.
Wow.
I said, could you get your mum, please? He closed the door, goes to get his mum. Mum said, I'm too busy to come to the door.
Yeah, that's how I already know that you got the phone.
I said, you know what? Go and get the phone. What phone? Go and get the phone.
I already know you got the phone because from your mum is acting like that.
This means other people have knocked on your door.
Yeah, I already know that you've got there's something going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in that moment, I thought I'm actually mad for doing that because I don't know what I was walking into.
Same thing happened to my little sister. Someone took her phone and rode off, and we found it on in like North London or something. Drove up there. We're not coming in.
Yeah.
We want the phone.
Yeah.
We will come, but
because the mum was like, search my house. I'm not searching your house.
We're not searching the house, but we are leaving here with the phone today. So however you wanna.
Yeah. Because all my other friends messaged me. They're like, what? You didn't even give us. One of my friends, there's like 10 of them. Why do they have all the things on? I'm like, we was not going down to do that. They're like, but it depends where it was going, Brie.
And you know what it is as well. Like, you know, it's the youngest one as well. People are like, can't. Like, when my little sister, I'm telling people.
Yeah, no, it's protection, man. No.
Oh,
nah.
Oh, what?
Nah.
Like the whole block.
Literally.
And I'm like, no. I just, it's not. It wasn't. Yeah. So man.
Where is Joe? I said Joseph. Jacob. Where is it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm putting this on the Instagram today, you know. I'm just letting you know. I'm chopping it up and chucking this on Instagram today.
Now you don't know if you're with shop.
I'll check.
Can you see the table?
Hi guys, welcome to the same plate.
I don't listen to It's got stuff on it, innit?
I'm gonna chop this up today and chuck it up today, you know.
Hi guys, welcome to the same place.
Okay, were you going to tell me you were going to do that? Let's do it together. Is it recording?
Yeah, we got some good bits.
You were fighting.
Yeah, we got some
Literally, we're like siblings, look.
We got some good bits in it. This is banter still. Yeah, this is banter. I like how I look when I lean forward on this camera.
Wait, let me check. Let me change it.
Just got off. I don't know. Where's Heather Road?
He should have got off by Sainsbury's.
Heather Road. Getting in a cab.
No, he's quaid. I get in the cab.
Heather Road. Heather Road is.
He said he's on a 261. I don't know that bus, but what's a 261?
T61 should take you straight to Sainsbury's.
So he's on it.
No, it won't take him to Sainsbury's because it would go the back way. So he's
One of the Glades. Is he at the bottom of the Glades?
No, he could have got off by the court, by the top of his road. Top of the road.
Why is he getting in a cab?
The bus might have terminated or something. Yeah.
I've never heard
Heather
of that.
Road. I said Heather Road.
When I first saw it, I thought he
no,
said Heather
he's
Green Lane.
Done. Why did he get off? Oh, it must have terminated in Grove Park.
Shit, he's down there.
Yeah, it must have terminated in Grove Park. Well, we did say 6:30 and we haven't started recording it.
No. He should be here. Do you want to do our sound checks and when he comes in, he can just do
I think he'll be here by 6:30. To be honest with you. This is my son 1 year ago.
Oh. That looks funny the way you just did that. It's like that could have been you.
That was me.
No, you as a baby, then jumped to you as an
Oh
adult.
yeah. You know the phone does these little memory things.
Yeah, I got one this morning from my daughter.
And now look at it.
Your face, look at that.
You know,
That's your face. Even the screw up bit. So where did that come from? that screw face.
That he does.
Yeah. That comes from you. So who did you get it from? Don't act like it's not from you. 'Cause it definitely is.
Yeah, no, he definitely from me because that's my both standard face. Even people, you know, I'm like,
No, I'm just having a conversation with myself.
I'm gonna tell my life.
You got a resting bitch face.
Yeah, I know it's bad, but he does it to people. Like he done it to one woman. They went,
Oh.
and she was like, oh, and when she done it back, he went ace. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know where he gets this from. You know, it's mad behavior. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's funny.
I'm going Dublin with my daughter for her birthday. 'cause
Dublin.
We met some people when we went Paris and they invited us up.
Okay.
And she's gone to school and told everyone she's going to Dubai. At the school gate, it's like, oh my God, you're not going to Dubai? And I'm like, no.
She is going to get off the plane and be
I
fuming.
was like, babe, we're going to Dublin. I showed her. So this is going to be cold.
How old is she?
She's 8.
Yeah, let her believe it's Dubai.
No, because she's going to go to school all that. No, listen, these kids, some of her friends, their parents expose them too much.
Way too much.
So they know what Dubai looks like.
No, but you're not
of
even
Dubai.
going to see no pictures.
No, but their parents will.
How?
Because we're all
Oh, you're on like Facebook and stuff.
we're on Facebook.
Or socials and
Yeah, I'm so sorry. And the groups chats as well. Oh my gosh.
Ruben came to me and said, oh, everyone's got the latest iPhone and I've just got like this bust down, boom, boom, boom. I said to him, some of your friends are going home to sandwiches for dinner, Bridget. No?
Sandwich. That's a lot of ingredients for a sandwich. Indomie.
Yeah.
£3-4.
Yeah, like, I was like, don't ever lickle up your thing. Like, you are
Yeah.
living like your life, Bridget. No.
Malachi's the same. He's like, I need a new phone. No, you don't.
New phone where?
Oh my God. Is it recording? Okay. So my son, Soldier took Malachi down the road to go. They were both going to school. Soldier calls me like, Mom, I just dropped him to the bus stop. Tell me why there's some girl here. I said, what girl? He goes, from primary. My son was up from 6 o'clock. I didn't understand why he was up, dressed, brushed his hair, do-rags on. He went to go meet some girl at the bus stop. So when I'm asking my elder son, who's the girl? And he's like, oh, Mum, it's blah, blah. Blah, blah is Barbara that was here yesterday's grandniece.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh my goodness, no. Back away.
Yeah.
And I was more concerned with my older son because when he was in primary, when we used to go parents' evening, especially year 5 and 6, his teacher will say, you know, the girls will just do anything for him. So my son wasn't even doing work. The girls, I'll do it for you, so never feeling like his work. So I was like, no, he's going all boys. But now I'm like, nah, this one may need to go all boys, you know. The other day he didn't come home till 5. I just passed by the barber shop for what? What?
How old is he?
He's 11, 12. Just passed by the barber shop.
That is bad. That's funny.
I'm just like, what we gonna do, man? I'm already nervous about my daughter. She can't go to no school in Lewisham.
Don't think so.
She's go private. No.
Nah, man.
She's either going to be one of them girls that beats up man for fun because she's got 2 brothers, so she's already.
Yeah, she's bossy like
Yeah, she's rough and ready. And she just got attitude. Sometimes I look at her and I'm like, oh my God, I need to say sorry to my mum.
Yeah, I was just about to say, where do you think she got it all from?
But it came from my nan. My nan started the trend, I'm telling you.
Yeah. It always trickles down in that way, though, isn't it? It always trickles down in that way.
The ADHD came from my granddad.
Oh, is it?
It's only when you get older you realise,
You start clocking
Yeah.
even a lunatic.
Because granddad we built all in the room because my mum's one of 12 and all those 12 kids have got kids. My granddad would just skip out the room and I think, where's granddad gone? He's upstairs just time by himself because it was just too much for him.
It's too much. Yeah. It's so true. When you start looking back, you start realising this one, we never picked this up.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Like some of my uncles definitely should have been sectioned, but you know.
Same. Yeah.
It's only now when you reason with them, you're like, nah, something's not right.
Yeah, you weren't all right. I don't know if I'm gonna sit forward like this the whole time. If I lean back, I'll just pull it back and just will it change the focus?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Okay, I'll stay leaning back then. Yeah, I do like how it looks leaning forward though. I can't lie, I've not really done that vibe before, and I'm feeling.
Do you want to
it.
put some cushions behind you? Do you think?
Yeah, chuck one in, please. Just that one. Yeah,
It's
that's
really
what-
soft though.
Yeah,
that one is soft.
Yeah, here. I'll be here, pretty much. I like how it looks on the right screen and not the left screen. So what happens now? Yeah, that's more realistic.
And that's that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob's got to hurry up now because if I ain't got enough energy to go gym after this, it's just gonna upset me because then I'm literally.
That's exactly how I feel.
I have to go gym after this. It's not even an option. What am I talking about?
So which gym do you go to? The one at the back of Argos. Is Argos even still there?
No, it's not. But no.
The job centre road.
right there, the new one. There's a new one next to Primark.
Is there?
Yeah.
Damn, didn't even know that.
That climbing shop in it, and it's upstairs.
It used to be not a climbing shop. It used to be
What's that shop called?
the one where you get bikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. That's where it is.
Oh.
I remember I saw that. I see people like on the treadmill upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's a good little gym. I can't lie. 3 floors. They got hot yoga. It's a good little gym. So.
All right, send me the name. I go hot yoga in Dulwich.
Yeah.
There's Coxwood Road.
There's people that because it's £35 a month.
For hot yoga though?
Everything.
Because my hot yoga is £83 a month.
This is what I'm saying. There's people that go to
Don't.
There's people that go to this gym
Yeah.
and they only go hot yoga. You don't see them in the gym. They
For
just
30. Oh, listen.
and it's 37.99 if you want parking. Free park for parking.
I got that badge. Just
Yeah, you don't.
park outside.
You park
Joking.
anyway. Same, to be fair. Same. Probably got onto me though because they started checking. But no, it's a good gym.
You sold me with hot yoga, mate. Me and Soldier did the free trial. You had to
done
go
hot yoga
consecutively for
the other day.
14 days. It was wicked.
I've never sweat so much in my entire life. Yoga's hard as it is.
The hot yoga's amazing.
It's so good.
Only thing though, there's this black guy that was next to me and he was sweating.
Yeah,
So we had
but
to go into the
can't-
moves.
We can't
His
even.
sweat flicked on my face and I wanted to bang him in his face.
That was probably me. And I tried to sit at the front because
No, I gotta go at the back. I'm not having my bum up in the air.
No, but remember, as the guy, and I'm like one of only 2 other guys.
I hear that.
I try to be mindful.
Yeah,
son.
yeah, 'cause you're at the
Because
back,
I'm
yeah.
like, I don't want you lot thinking I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
I don't know the poses,
Yeah, yeah. Some of the poses are mad, you know.
so I have to look at you
Yeah.
to work out.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at your body. I just want to know
Yeah.
how to do the pose. So I'm mindful to sit at the front just to make people comfortable. But I had never sweat so much in my life.
Is it in a pod? Because I go to Hot Pod and it's like a inflatable dome.
No, it's not in a dome. They got a hot yoga room.
Okay, oh, I'm excited. Oh my God.
They got a hot yoga room, but I don't think it's as hot as some of the others that I've heard about though.
Okay.
But I have never sweat so much in my life. People really
I felt
think-
so much better for it.
Yeah, you do.
swear.
You do.
Even Soldier's acne was clearing up.
Yeah. Of course, man.
Well, I did. Remember we're doing theme 8, yeah?
Why am I looking at theme 3? I'm mad, you know. And you know, it's a good thing you had it up.
When I go down and get Jacob, I got.
Do you know what we need to do on the YouTube as well? Write theme 1, theme 2 on all the ones. So
Yeah. Can I edit? I can edit that, can't I? Yeah, I can change it. Yeah.
The names you can. Yeah. Cool.
Ah,
Oh,
fuck's
why-
sake. Sorry to swear. It says ETA 12 minutes max. I'm in the cab. We'll just work with whatever time we got left at this point. Have you got someone after?
Have you got any snacks in there?
When I went and got my egg thing, I thought of you.
You didn't think of me. Because
I did, but then I got in the shop and I forgot.
You didn't think of,
I swear to God.
Because what you done is you bought it and then you sent me the picture of it. But that's after you bought it, so you didn't think of me really.
I did, but
Yeah, you didn't think of me.
I did. I thought I was getting my granola bar, and I just went in the shop.
And
the lights just confused
and
me.
the granola bar would have been
See?
perfect. But yeah, Cam, I'm just asking if you've got
Have you eaten today?
Huh?
Have you eaten today?
I'm Cam. I had lunch not long ago.
Oh, okay. But then again, I can't say nothing because I had my lunch
And
in
I
the
had
car and it was 2
it's
eggs.
not even
So.
like I had a small lunch either. I had a decent sized lunch not long ago.
Was you in the office today?
No.
Okay.
Going in tomorrow though.
Oh, let me get the pen and just write this thing. I need to get better with these forms, you know. I'm still chasing Tracy for hers.
No.
I only got my rice and mutton.
What
Hey.
about coffee? Any coffee?
It is. I've never done it for anyone, but I feel like there is coffee stuff, but I don't know if I can use it.
Oh, okay. Fair play.
I'll have to ask Callum next time.
Okay.
I'll do that. Am I able to use that yet? I don't know.
Fair play. Black people are 2 times more likely to be unemployed than white people. Jacob's on point with talking.
He really said, he was like, "Nah, I'm ready. I'm gonna be on point today."
Jacob, you could just give him a mic and just...
Well, this is kind of the angle I'm going, is that I'm kind of going to let him lead.
Yeah. Because it's a broad topic that all of us can talk on.
But we have to make sure we mention fudge. Where is it? Oh my God, what is that thing called? No, I was joking, hon. Honestly, I don't think you can see it on the camera anyway. This front cover's holding on for dear life, boy. Oh, I think it's going to go. There's a... I can't remember the guy's name. This. Oh, shit. There you go. The Dow Green and Whitehead model of health determinants. Yeah. We've got to make sure we bring that up. Damn it, no front cover. Oh, is the mic all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. To my shadow.
Hungry. Hungry. I'm tired to be even going gym, you know.
So we've got 3 more to go, yeah? How do you want to do this?
What are the 3?
Healthier behaviours, preventable, emergency care and preventable mortality. And then Catherine Member doing the overview.
The overview.
But I'm mindful because of Ramadan, so...
No.
No, breaking fast. I don't know if you want to do it before, after, or...
I can't
You'll
lie.
be right.
I'll be in and Bismillah, and then just have my little thing. I just move it away. Would you hear that? If you hear me mumbling, just say shh, and it's like... Like, to be fair with you, the fast when my group is like starts at like 5:35 or something like that.
Okay, so you can do before.
I think from Monday it's like 5:35. So for the first 2 weeks, it'll always be before 6 or something.
Okay.
The latest it'll be is like 6. So even if we film at 6:30, at least I can just have a couple of dates, cup of tea, and that will do me because I'll be doing 1 meal a day.
Really?
Yeah, 1 meal a day. My body needs it, man. My mind needs it. Anytime Ramadan's coming around, I start to feel myself like my body needs it. Someone drove into my car there. Not even my car. It wasn't even my car. It was the Golf.
Oh, wow.
Back of the Golf.
What did you do?
He tried to cut me off, and I just didn't let him cut me off because I've got big car mentality.
Yeah.
So I'm a big car. I don't even look left and right because it's a big car, but I wasn't in the big car. But he still didn't get to cut me off. And I don't know why he was trying to cut me off because it's not deep. I wasn't even trying to race you. So he just decided to just go behind me and just go into the back of me. But I didn't know how to turn the music down, so I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So he got next to me now. He's chatting. I don't know. I can't hear you, bro. I can't even, by the time I paused the music and looked up, he's driving off. Chased him. Caught him just before he got onto the A road towards Greenwich.
Yeah.
I got next to him. I said, you went into my car, you know? He's going, oh, did I? So I call you. We're going to be silly. So I just put my car in front of his. As I've got out of the car, the brother reversed. Drove over the pavement and drove through the 2 red lights like that go, you know, that drove through the red light, missed 2, and I just said to myself, I can't even. If we ain't got no insurance, you've gone too mad now. Yeah, you really want to get away. It's not like because you could have just like even when I got next to you, hit my car, you could have just gone. You know what, bro, man, even got, and I would have just been like, bro, let me just check the damage at least. Take my number and work something. I'm on no hype.
Yeah.
I know I chased you.
I'm not on no hype, even though I chased you.
When I got next to him, I didn't say to him, "Hey, come out the car." I just said to him, "You know, you just hit my car, innit?" Like even though we were chasing each other, like you just hit my car, and he said, "Is it?" I said, "Alright, you're being silly now, so come on." And he just done a madness, and I thought, I can't chase you no more because
He's probably wanted all
Yeah,
sorts.
it's more
Was the damage
than-
bad?
No, there's no damage, you know. No damage, to be honest with you. But it's just that it's not my car to be getting any damage on it like that.
Hear that, man?
Yeah, it's just bare little things keep happening. And I'm like, I need Ramadan to start, man. I just need more peace.
Yeah.
You know, need to fast and think about these things.
I'm so sorry, Cam.
Yeah, fine.
I didn't know he would be
Yeah,
this late.
Yeah, sorry.
Just me. With Callum.
Is it recording? Okay.
With Callum, he would have been.
Yeah, traumas, problems. Understand?
It'd be different if we're late
Yeah, if we're late.
and we're taking the piss, but we have no control over, I guess. Oh, 24 summers. Have you been?
Where?
No, not 24 summers, but, you know, summers, whatever. You know, we have like 18 summers, 19 summers. It's, his name's gone out of my head. It's not Liver. Is it Liver? Is it Liver's lot? 24, the summers thing.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to any?
I went to like the first one.
I think I went to like 19 summers.
I went to one.
It was so
early
ghetto.
doors one.
It reminds me
I
of
think
that Ja Rule thing, Firefest.
I don't even think it was called that when I went it,
Okay.
and that was when it was in.
Rutland.
Huh?
Did you ever go when it was in Rutland Park? Just behind
Rutland.
Catford. Well, Perry Hill.
What, as you go out towards Sydenham?
Yeah.
That's where I went. I
Yeah,
came
the
on my
Rutland,
bike.
yeah.
Them times I had a motorbike. I came on my motorbike, and yeah. And I went to the one when it was like near Croydon. They had one that was like near. I
Yeah.
went to that one as well. But yeah, I ain't been back since, you know. I get like,
Yeah.
I'm just out the mix now. It was good though. I can't lie, it was a good vibe. There weren't really no.
No, the food was disappointing. I was so angry
I can't remember.
about the food. I think I still got a snap
Oh yeah.
cussing about the food. You know, it was such a hot day, so all the salad was welting. It was awful.
Yeah, they think proper. When is it this year?
Alicia just had that. Hold on. Alicia goes to all. I can't go to all the end stuff. It's like, just, God.
Oh, Leanne's sister.
Nah. I'll show you her. I don't know. So bad we call her Big Leisha. I love her.
Yeah, I'll probably go still. I'm outside this summer, man.
20th of July. I want to see what his packages are saying because that, you know, you can only bring one bottle. And then I think, well, last year I don't think he was allowed to bring bottles, so to buy the bottle package.
Can't remember, but I think I'll go this year. I like being out in summer, man. I'll be honest with you. But I like trying different things. Like there's a black polo.
Oh, that's the thing you was telling me about. No?
It's dope, man.
Is that what you've been to?
No, I've not been to that one.
No, Mark told me about that. It looked wicked, like a
I've
black
not- I've
ascot.
not- Yeah, black
it's
ascot.
wicked.
I did tell you about it. 'Cause I
Yeah.
was saying we're gonna get a.
Yeah, let me
coach
know.
again.
Yeah. I want it.
Bring wares like that.
I want
Yeah,
it.
man. Proper vibe. Like it was so fun. When we went Ascot, when we done it at Ascot, she was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Heavily pregnant, like literally. And then we just pulled up. She just had her chair. We had our chairs and chilled. Then we pulled over the chairs and walked over. And then we just had a vibe, man. It was so fun.
Yeah, I'm up for anything.
Yeah, so fun.
But I'm going to the Crystal Palace one.
Oh, Unruly.
Yeah.
No, I ain't going to that.
I thought you was outside.
No, I ain't going to that.
I'm looking forward to that. As soon as it came out, that
I'm traumatized. And when they locked off Chronic Law, I want to go Movado.
Ah.
But I feel like they're going to look, because Movado's our artist.
But
man.
where's he gonna be? O2?
No, it's outside venue.
Ooh.
It's outside venue. And you think about Movado and
Yeah.
that, what? That's our artist. That's
Yeah.
I feel like Chronic Law is like the modern day Movado.
Yeah,
Movado was our,
100%.
that's the,
Yeah.
like, the man from the, that's
Yeah.
our guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're just going to lock off the concert scene.
Yeah,
if they
because
can't
we
get
don't know
in.
how to behave, that's
They
why.
don't know how to behave. So I feel like they're going to lock it off. They locked off the Chronic Law one. So upset.
Did I tell you about thingy that? What was it called? Chucky Online. His event.
No.
I went to his slow jam.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I heard it's wicked. I heard it's
Did you?
dope. It's not good.
I felt like some old fart. So only the 1%ers are gonna know this song, and he played H Town Knocking the Boots, and I was like, I shouldn't be here. And then he said, "Where's all the naughties?" And then when they put their hands up, I was like,
Everyone. No, but it's over 28 or over 25 or something.
not
isn't it?
what I went to. And even Shanice, you know Shanice, don't you? My sister's sister. You do know
maybe, I
Shen.
don't know.
She went to the other one and she was like, Brie, like I felt old, and Shen's younger than me.
Oh, I thought it was an older crowd. Yeah, I heard it's good, but I've not been. I know someone who went to the last one and said it was good.
Oh,
He does that- he
you're
does
right,
that
babe.
Every time, you know. I've seen him do that bare times.
I'll see if I can find a photo.
Maybe. Chucky's so short. I didn't realize he was so
Yeah.
short.
Listen, I was like, hold on, how old is Chucky? He's like my age or
Must be about
upwards.
35, 36.
No, he was upsetting me with the music. I was getting real upset.
Not even. He can't. I don't think he's 36. Probably about 35. Must be about 35.
Yeah, he's not 25. So when you're saying
no,
yeah,
he's 30. He's late. He's mid late 30s.
yes, I was. But then, yeah.
No, you're not gonna get old. They're not. That's not their.
Slow jams is slow jams, isn't it?
Yeah,
So that's H. Tell us all.
No, I know what you want. You're not gonna get that because they're commercial as well. They're kind of commercial.
And they played certain songs and people were just silent, apart from the 80s babies and 90s babies singing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're not. You're not gonna get. I know what you're talking about.
Heshen. That's Shanice.
Yay!
She was like, nah, Brie, I felt old.
Oh, is it?
Nah.
She's about old soul though.
She is, but because even my sister, because her sister is my sister, but my sister is 7 years older than me, so she's 14 years older than Shen.
Okay.
So she's always growing up around older people.
Yeah.
And her mum and dad are older. So yeah, she's old. She's an old foot.
Yeah, she's old soul still.
You like water?
Why there's water? Was there water?
Why? Thank you, Cam.
Doesn't feel like there's water.
Yeah, I could do it one, you know.
Like, I'm gonna go down. He should be arriving soon.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, darling.
I need a coffee, you know.
I had a can in the car.
Hmm?
Nothing. I don't want to.
Say what you said again.
Nah.
What was you gonna say?
I said I had a can in the car. What?
Kind of what? Coffee.
Iced coffee.
Me say you had it.
I finished it. I bought it with my egg.
Believe what I'm hearing.
I'm so sorry.
I thought of you.
Who is this guy?
And that's why I sent you the picture of the food.
You know this guy?
That I didn't buy you any. No, he looks like he's. He looks like he's.
He looks like in his therapy.
He looks like he's.
No, but look at the tat in the chest.
The man looks like he's
what's this?
got issues.
No, but he's in the picture with my child. Just I'm trying to work out who this.
That devil thing.
That's what I think it is. Oh, hello. Hello, darling. Yeah. You alright? You interrupting my filming. You interrupting my filming. No, go on. No, go on. What's up? No, there's something going on in Catford because the protesting. So he had to go around the other way. So he's jumped off the bus and got a cab. So he should be arriving in a minute. Yeah? Not trying to take the piss, but obviously it's nothing we could do. Yeah. But like I said, I've been here since 1:45. I don't know. When did you see me, Cam? Yeah, I was outside. Yeah. Yeah. All right then, darling. All right, see you later. Bye. Is he watching us? My God. Yes.
Who's that?
What's this guy? This guy can sense.
He was like, no, I know you're not filming. I'm like, oh, okay.
When time's going over, you can.
Yeah, because if it was filming, it'd have the link.
Yeah.
Is he done there?
I'm going to go watch him first. And look down.
Hello? Yeah. Oh, come on.
Cam, Jacob.
Cam, apologies,
No, it's
man.
okay, it's okay.
Thanks for having me. Can I put my wish up?
Yeah, you can put your bags.
This is dope space, though. It's definitely, yeah. Is this your space?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. I was just saying to Sabrina, like, why are you not in Lucian? Like, how is it here?
You know what? It's good, you know. It's good. I've only just started helping out because I'm not the owner. I'm just the production manager. helping out.
Okay.
But yeah. We should start out and yeah, it's going well so far, though.
Alright, after I can convince you guys to come to Lucian, we gotta find him a space, Sabrina.
But yeah, where is in Lewisham? We looked. We wanted to be in Lewisham, but there was nowhere. So Alex was going to get us into Elements Bar because that's his bar,
Yeah.
but he didn't have all the stuff.
It's Alex.
Oh, did Alex recommended Callum?
Okay.
Yeah, because he didn't have all the cameras. So I went down there, viewed it, talked about where we're setting up, and then he said that one of the cameras broke. He was trying to fix it, so he got another guy. So he told me about
It
Callum.
wasn't nice, Jacob, anything.
Yeah.
I literally had a studio that I gave back. Rent was $630 a month.
Yeah, but as a community, we could have worked with that.
Literally $630, and that's including lights and everything. I feel really sugar.
Ah.
And it was a Nuclear Skate, 24-hour access, and it's literally this size.
Oh wow. Yeah, because I don't even know what the building. You know, Lee Gate, opposite Sainsbury's in Lee, that big awful building.
Yeah.
We was filming at the top of there,
Okay.
and Ben TV won through there. So that's when me and Callum started. And then yeah, the guy went about his business.
I'm just thinking.
It was so bad the way the guy went on that my husband saw him fixing a car at the end of my road, and my husband filmed it like, "What do you want me to do? Should I go and chat to him?" And I was like, "No, we're not gonna do that." 'Cause like I said, me and Callum all now ain't got this footage. Oh, sugar, did he call me? Or did I call him? I don't know.
Do you know where I'll be sitting?
On the left. Yeah, so.
This side?
Yeah, that side. On that I'll cover it.
Oh shit! I dropped it. Fat ass looking. Sorry, I ain't recording now, am I? Is there any more waters left?
Yeah, you can have that water.
You know you're a parent when you get nervous about things. You start singing nursery rhymes in your head to calm yourself down.
Are you nervous?
No,
So
I was
my
still-
book is just
I
falling
was trying
apart.
to get here.
Oh.
I don't like being late. I like being early, and it just so happens I was working before today as well. Well, before this.
How was that at Goldsmiths?
It was good.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
thankful
Callum.
for
I
it.
didn't mean to shut like that. That's my uni.
It was a jar.
Sorry. That's my
You
uni.
found some?
What, coffee?
He's got coffee beans in the car.
Did you have your coffee with you?
I worked something out. No, I just worked something out. You know, I worked something out.
Cam, can you share the live link, please, babe?
Sorry?
The live link, if you can, yeah.
Can we take off the
Yeah,
thing
sorry.
off these, please?
It's like free shoots.
Where you coming from, bro?
Goldsmiths.
I'm just about to film, yeah? I'll be back.
It's running.
Not gonna check if they're okay first. No.
It's my nephew.
Okay.
And because he called more than once,
Mm.
we just got this thing where
Oh, you know he's
yeah,
alright.
you know
Okay.
something's.
Yeah.
But he would have said straight away if it was that serious,
Yeah,
he'd be
yeah.
like, "Hunks, chill out." Man.
I'm just gonna check the link and we'll
The
start.
mic needs to be maybe 5 inches from your face, Jacob.
Yeah. Thanks, Cam.
Let Cam do it, but I'm just trying to think how you talk. You talk not loud, but you've got you talk.
Got some register.
He projects.
Got some
yeah,
register, yeah.
Jacob projects. So
Quite
No, it's
animated.
fine. All I'll do, if that's the case, I'll listen in, see how we're talking, and I can lower it on the system.
okay.
Wait, was that? Wait, I thought I said the wrong link today. That was from yesterday.
I'm about to say, when did you play jamming?
That was music yesterday. I sent you the wrong date. Oh my days.
Man, don't send people some.
Oh, don't even think of that.
Send people things that you don't know what you're sending them.
No, because I'm in it. I'm in this live link.
It
was yesterday's one.
Listening to music.
No, that
don't
was
know.
me when you left.
Oh. It's like, yeah, those bitches have left.
He's got to listen
I'm gonna watch you back. Hey, you got it. Yeah.
to
Yeah,
de-stress
I
from.
I was stressed.
Oh, I'll
Definitely
definitely
you
watch.
guys, though, it was me.
Don't worry, you
Oh, don't be
ain't gotta
silly.
say too much.
And I was like,
Yeah,
We get you, man.
We ain't even gonna say too much.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Why the determinants?
Jacob, this is what you look like in there, yeah?
Oh, how neat. Oh, that's neat. Oh.
Oh, that's a book for you if you want it.
To refer to the reports, parts and the
Oh, you
reports.
guys look into the
Oh,
book as you're speaking.
You can do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, I
Tracy
just
came
thought it
on
was
with
like.
a whole notebook and post-it notes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, man.
It's quite informal, so
I'm used to remembering stuff.
Oh,
no,
I
that's
love
fine,
that.
because
I think it's helpful.
we
So
typically won't refer specifically like when you saw this 89% figure, and we won't do that.
yeah.
But it can help just to have a reference point at times. And the main things we refer to is the key findings and the
Opportunities for action.
opportunities for action.
Jacob just talk.
Today I went to Goldsmiths University. I was running a lecture on youth justice and my experience working in youth justice up until this point. It's really interesting. Some loudmouth people in the group, but I just find it interesting. You're dealing with adults.
They're gonna see this in the trailer.
For them business. They were loud, and it wasn't loud because it was part of the conversation. It just made me realize no matter which group you work with in terms of age, there's those who are engaged and not. But I enjoyed it.
Loud as in they were
They were in their own world.
having their own
Absolutely in their own world. And I think I've done them justice. I actually asked the lecturer who runs the course for the essay they have to complete. So I made sure my workshop was related to the essay because that's what you forget. You kind of enjoy it or don't enjoy it, and then you got 2,500 words, and you're like, how does this relate to my essay? So, but I actually had some really good conversations with those who were there, so I'm happy. I felt like it was worth it. See, I wish I had sticky notes now. You know what I mean? I would have came with
can write on
mine.
that.
Can I?
Yeah.
You sure?
That's Jacob's one, yeah?
Yeah, and
I
I think there's a
keep it-
sticker on the back says Richard, doesn't it? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's when I was packing.
No,
the
just
box.
2 names I want to remember. That's
Giving
all.
out Richard's books. I don't know you.
He's one of the directors.
I'm very happy with you.
Right. Listen, I'm the CEO. Be happy. Right there.
You've done our mic checks already, right?
Yeah. You guys are fine. It's just focusing.
Yeah.
I just want to say that Callum does the clap thing, and I quite like the
Okay,
clap
cool.
thing.
I did a clap thing.
Yeah, I find it fun because I find it funny. Yeah. I'm joking.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
Turn
joking.
your phone on silent,
But
babe,
he does
just in
the
case.
clap thing, and
Used to the clap.
no, do you know what it is? The clap is like, oh my god.
You got a tear.
Oh.
I'm not even
Oh
looking. You got a
my
tear.
God.
No, it's close.
Look on the thing. Is it?
Oh yeah, you can. You can.
Oh.
Can you see it? And do you know what the maddest thing is? You're zooming in.
Oh no. I had to show you.
Do you know what's
What do you
mad?
want to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to cut this?
Do you wanna?
Cover your legs. It's fine. It's
I-
fine. I'll cut this bit out. Don't worry. I won't post it in social media.
Do you know what's mad? Yeah.
Do you wanna swap seats?
I just read something. Yeah. That's fine. You can't see it.
Are you gonna remember to keep like that though? So between you and my chest, look, I
No,
just
it's
want-
all right. I just read something that spoke about the one truth of life is you will always have a lot of jeans, but there'll be one that fits you like God made it for
Oh,
you.
yeah, and it will.
And that one will rip.
Yep.
That's the one
I
that ripped on
definitely
mine,
agree.
and I can't throw it away.
Sabrina.
I'm, like,
Yeah.
I'm taking it to the
No,
cleaning.
but Jacob,
Yeah, the dry cleaners commend that, you
I
know.
read that 10 seconds ago.
Really?
Look down in this. I can't even.
I can't make it
I
up.
literally
Damn.
I can't. You couldn't make that up. I
can't
just
make it
read
up.
it. Like,
Yeah.
That banter, and I was like, it's so true.
So like, the dry cleaners can. Is it darning? They can darn it for you.
Oh, I'll just keep
All
that.
right.
You don't have the. You don't have the same vim as how he does it, but yeah,
I'll learn.
What does he do?
he just does some and it really feels.
Oh,
I'm getting used to this studio.
the free coffees. Okay, guys, let's start. You ready, Jacob?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel like, oh my god, I feel like I need to have a countdown.
We're recording.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, and welcome back to Same Place Worlds Apart. I'm Sabrina,
And I'm Callum from the Black Leadership Project.
and today we're looking at theme 8, which is wider determinants of health. We have an amazing guest of us today, Jacob. Welcome, Jacob.
Hey. Nah, I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
Excellent. So before we go into the report, just tell us a bit about yourself.
When someone asks me that question, I always ask myself, where do I start? I always start with I'm a dad. Got 2 beautiful boys. I'm a youth worker. And that's something that I'm really passionate about. But I hold different roles in different spaces. So
Yeah.
I work part-time with the Young Mayors team in Lewisham Council. I'm a board member at the Youth Justice Board. I have my own business, soul food takeaway, African American food.
And it's nice.
Yeah.
I've had it. It's
Solid.
banging,
Yeah.
banging.
Something special. So yeah, so that's what I do.
Excellent. Well, let's get into this because you've got so much skill sets that I feel like you was a great person to come
Make
on
sure
today.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah, man, get comfortable. Listen.
I don't think. I
What?
think that Jacob is being, what's the word, like humble. Like,
Yeah,
a bit
definitely. There's,
too-
he hasn't put
Why-
spice.
Why should you speak on this topic? Because I think the fact that you said you wear a lot of hats,
Yeah.
for me is like answers that question a little bit, but maybe just speak to a little bit about why it would be good for you to for us to discuss this topic with you.
I think for me, in terms of how I show up in this space, in regards to my positionality, I think I've always been somebody who's really active in the community. I think I've always been also a person who don't like talking about it, just like doing the work, because I think a lot of the work that we do is out of love. So you kind of do it regardless of wherever you are at. And I think about my journey into employment, first working in local supermarkets, having the one-off jobs, working in a telecom surveying company. I still remember how to pitch to get someone to stay on the phone for longer than 5 minutes. So I've had my journey in terms of employment, but in terms of community, being an active citizen is something I'm extremely passionate about. So I like the way how you pulled me back on that one, because it's so easy to skip over and say, this is what I do. But for me, activism is really important. Active citizenship is really important, and it's something that I've done since the age of 14. At the age of 16, I was young mayor of Lewisham. I'm really interested in local government and just the way how systems operate and how we as citizens operate within that space. And for me, this report is an opportunity to think about my community, the people that look like me, and think about it on an ethnic level as well. Because when we talk about race, or ethnicity, I feel like is really ambiguous. And I like the fact that the report is very specific in terms of the community that is trying to serve. So I'm here because I care. And even if I wasn't out on this sofa, I still would be reading and watching what you guys are doing, because it's one thing to write a report, but I think it's about the conversations after that makes a big difference. So thank you. I love that.
Wicked. Wicked.
Wow. So what I usually ask our guests is how did they feel about their specific part of the report? So obviously with us today it's theme 8. So how did you feel when you read this part of the report?
I thought for me, it was really a reflection of, once again, as the spaces that I'm in. If you think about who your elected local councillors are, if you think about who sits on the boards that make the decisions for organizations, whether they be public or private, you start to understand quite quickly the data could always be there. And you know what, arguably it has always been there. So in that part, I'm not shocked. When I look at the statistics, I'm like, it's sad, but I've heard this since as long as I can remember. I feel like the impact for me in talking about wider determinants is thinking about how all of these this data operates in our day-to-day world. So, you know, who's in control, where the spaces we're occupying, when you're walking down a high street, when you're going to school, when you're going to work, what are the minutiae that's taking place that shapes our experiences. And I think, you know, there is an architect, there is somebody that's making those decisions of how we experience our lives in the UK, or at least on a local level, but often I don't see us around the table.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I know there's a few of us in the community that always asked if you can come onto some boards, but they're not paying us. They just want to pick our brain and meet their quota that we're part of the board. And I think that's showing that things are still not equitable.
I love that point. And you know what? It's that argument. My mom, I think at 18, she was like, okay, you've been volunteering since she was like 15. It's time to get paid. So she was really pushing me out of that space of, you know, stop doing things for free. I think there is beauty in understanding what giving looks like when you're not being paid, versus and the impact it can make versus exploitation. And you have a lot of exploitative situations where can you come along and give your experience of how you felt growing up? And it sounds great, but at some point it's like, where do you make that transition? What I would say is I feel like we need to be in both spaces, because I think if you look at charity, the third sector, if you look at what it is to volunteer, what you find quite quickly, the benefit is not always financial. The impact, or should I say, is not always financial. And you got to weigh that up to what your personal circumstances and what you can offer. So you got to pay the bills. But at the same time, don't forget that those spaces that are quote unquote non-paid do make big decisions in terms of what changes.
They do. And I love that you said that, because I spoke about this before. I remember doing some my cousin had this organization where he helped set up tents for like farmers markets. And I remember setting up some tents for him while he was away one time at farmers markets, so waking up really early. And I got speaking to a couple of the people that helped organize it. And I said, how do I get a stall down here? How do I organize it? Like, and they was like, we'll just volunteer. We just, you know, people come volunteer, set up the electricity, we go, come back. And it really got me thinking, because I always had this view that I think a lot of us hold, that, the white middle class have got enough money to do whatever they want. And it's like, a lot of those people weren't middle class. They were same tax bracket, if not less than me. But they have an investment in their community that benefits them. They value the community that they work with. So they just get up and do it. I don't know why that was such a pivotal point in changing like my perspective on things, but it really changed actually what you said about like, the value of volunteering, or value of the work isn't always monetary. You can see it in other ways. And I just wanted to just touch that point. I completely agree with you.
Excellent. So when you were speaking, you spoke of different aspects that can lead to an outcome. So I know with the wider determinants they looked at is it the Dow Green and the Whitehead methodology around how health inequalities can affect us. So looking at where we live, our age, our religious beliefs, our sexual orientation, and how those bases can show or project how our deprivation would be and how our health inequalities could be as well. So when you look at this, it speaks on housing, education, unemployment, income, stop and search of our young people, and I guess us as a black community, because I know for myself, I've definitely been stopped a lot of times when I was younger, and I wasn't even that child that was on the radar just because of living in Lewisham, association to certain people. And then it speaks on crime, deprivation, benefits and financial support, and culture factors. Now, for me, I didn't know this till recently, that in Lewisham, Downham has a really high proportion of its residents that are not going into higher or further education, not in full-time employment. And there's a literacy issue as well. And that really shocked me, because every time I'm in those spaces, we're always hearing about north of the borough, they need this, they need that. And I'm always screaming about the other side because I'm from the other side. And obviously I care about the borough as a whole, but how can this be a problem? And no one's addressed it. And apparently it's a 100-year issue. So yeah, for me, I feel like you said about the volunteering, I think as a community, we need to give more time and find more time to give, because these things are not shocking to me. I already knew these things about, you know, black people 3 times more likely to be arrested.
Yeah.
This has been happening since our parents were young. Do you know what I mean?
I think what, you know, one thing I love, and I'm glad I'm here, because it's like we got the book in front of us.
Yeah.
And I read the executive summary, and it doesn't do it justice, the whole report. So it's worth reading a whole report if you get an opportunity to. And the reason why I say that is because we see a lot of reports on the quote unquote black community in terms of what the issues are when something goes wrong. So if you think about the McPherson report, the David Lambert report, when we're talking about youth justice or just, you know, the issues in our community, but it's really interesting. Why is it that we look at data when something is wrong? Do we ever look at the data in relation to our community when things are just happening? And I feel like this is an opportunity, even though it's about health inequalities, it still gives us a good way of looking at what change can be if we're thinking about everything. So in terms of wider determinants, it's like, where do you start? For me, I feel like it has to start in all of these places. You know, often we kind of say, let's start here and then we'll work to the next space later. I feel like, say, for example, if we're talking about issues that affect our older generation, you know, that doesn't mean we shouldn't be talking to young people at the same time. It's, you know, and that's what, from a resource point of view, it's like we deal with one group at a time. I feel like what needs to happen in regards to the stuff we're talking about, wider determinants, is like, what does social capital look like for us in Lewisham if you're a black person? And when we talk about social capital, how does that change depending on the demographic? So we know that black Caribbean boys have a different experience than black African boys. They may be part of the same social groups, go to the same schools, but what is different about their experiences in Lewisham that causes one group to not achieve the right type of education in terms of outcomes to the other group? And I feel like it's also around, you know, I said, you know, social capital, culture. And, you know, we're not a homogenous group, and our culture affects us in different ways. And that also interferes with, or should I say intersects with economics. You know, whether you consider yourself working class, middle class, is something we don't speak about in the UK as much as we did before. You know, and it's funny because we get so nostalgic about like Victorian age and Mary Poppins and, you know, like these stories that really are re-ingrained in us, the idea there is boxes and spaces that people belong to based on habits. So just going back to what you said, Callum, around, you know, volunteering and putting up tents, and that point you made that is very important, is that these people that are doing these things and have the social capital may not have as more money than you. If anything, they might be worse off economically. But in terms of socially, they're better off because 100%. They have access to places and spaces. And I feel like when we talk about wider determinants is, you know, what spaces do we have access to? Some people think of it as just being a part of, you know, certain groups, whether they be established ones or, you know, informal ones. I think it's also about how we use parks. I give you a really good example, and I really like these people because they're doing great work in New Cross Gate where I live. I'm part of a group called Friends of Eckerton Gardens. Yeah. Makes me laugh because I've never called this place Eckerton Gardens growing up. I've always called it Munson Park.
Okay.
Now we know what you're talking about.
If you know, you know. Like, weekend I'm going to hang out in Munson Park, But I didn't know the formal name of this park is called Eckerton Gardens. One group of people that live in this area have a completely different experience or perception of how they can use or should use that space in comparison to other groups of young people or people in general. So if you're a black kid growing up in New Cross Gate, you knew it's problematic in that space. But at the same time, you probably go and play football or hang out with your friends there. other people don't like you hanging out there because they probably want to walk their dog, or they want their younger children to be in that space. And now when we're seeing a big issue around gentrification in Lewisham and areas really being changed in terms of its demographics and people who feel comfortable in those spaces, you realize how we have parallel lives that people are living in Lewisham for the last 20, 30 years, which your Lewisham might be different from mine's depending on, you know, our background and how much money we got in our pocket. And I think for me, in terms of inequality, that's the conversation we need to be having is, we can make all the changes we want to make in terms of, you know, making suggestions, but what is the day-to-day experience? You know, how do you see yourself benefiting from the space around you? And a lot of people don't even pay that much attention.
I love that. I feel like there's a research, like a bit of research.
Oh yeah. I love all that research stuff now.
Are you going to do that? Like
no, you can do it and I can join in.
I was going to say, going back to different areas in Lewisham and just, because for me growing up, so my local park would have been like Home Park, Mayo Park, because I'm from Sydenham. And my experience, like you said, is probably really different to some others.
Yeah.
And so even one Sunday, me and my family went for a walk in the park, and I'm telling you, it was my family and one other family who was the only black family in the park. And that threw me. Yeah. Because when I was younger, it was filled with us lot as young people. But things have changed.
What did you just say? You just said we went for a walk.
Yeah.
Like even that, I knew that was in my opinion, that was a working, a middle class experience.
On
you
a
know
Sunday,
what I mean?
yeah,
like we're
dinner.
going for a walk. I remember going through the Erasmus program that we're unfortunately as a country not a part of anymore. And I visited loads of European countries. And I remember often the youth workers we went with would say, "Oh, let's go for a walk." And some of the young people was like, "Why are we going for a walk? We're in the hotel." And you know, we talk about what privilege looks like. That ability to want to explore. And you know, go on a venture, like sometimes we look at privilege as just access to money and wealth. We're not thinking privilege is being able to have that ability to think, to breathe, to think about your own health and, you know, have time to do nothing. I feel like, you know, it's a powerful space to occupy, but it's one a lot of people don't feel like it's in their remit. You know, when someone's like stressed out and you're like, "Oh, go for a walk," and they looking at you like you're crazy because you're like, "What you mean go for a walk? This ain't gonna solve my problem." But you start to lend on the different tools when you know that is a benefit to you. So I love that you're doing that. But there's a lot of people in our community who wouldn't look at that as a pastime worth pursuing. You know what I mean? Like, why do I want to go hang out in the park with these crazy kids or my relatives that I don't get along with? And for you, it's just like, it's a must now.
Yeah, definitely. And also it's a time where you get to spend time with your family, because my family's all different ages, and sometimes to get them all synced, it's hard. So Sundays are usually the day where it's a bit more quiet, a bit more chilled, and we just try to make sure that we have that time before they grow up and leave the nest, and it's just us.
I think what you're speaking about is like a poverty metric. So like when you're saying that, like, and I think I see this massively now, it's a massive change between sort of like maybe this generation and the ones that are maybe in school, and so our children, for example, and what we understand to be our poverty metrics. So they see it as money. That's it.
Yeah.
Whereas we sort of saw it as, and I think it does come down to like your access to resources and whether you're able to even think about exploring. But that inquisitive spirit, if you don't have that, that is, for me, part of a poverty metric. You don't want to go for a walk in another country is ludicrous to me, but that makes complete sense to like some like 15-year-olds. And I don't know what that is or how we broach that, but I think they go hand in hand. I do really think that they're synonymous with one another, the mindset and then actually getting the resources or being able to change the environment in that way.
Yeah.
I think, you know, sometimes we are beholden to some of the, I was going to say rumors, but it's definitely not that. I think it's more, in the best way to say it, it's like, what is the good thing to do in terms of like career prospects? Like, you know how you hear, everyone laughs all the time when you hear West African descent people saying, "Oh, you have to be a lawyer, doctor, engineer, accountant," just about like, you know, like you're in a small box in terms of what careers you can do. And the same could be said if you're from a Caribbean background. Like, you know, we had those expectations as well. It's changed. And I think for me is, if you put career aside, what does your lifestyle look like to have a healthy one? And making time for each other and being able to communicate and express yourself is something that's really important. As a youth worker, being around black boys, for example, and noticing that some of them don't feel comfortable to be seen as intelligent, or the ability to get something wrong, whether you're from a black background or a working class background in school, for example, can be the definition of character assassination.
Yeah.
And that can happen to you in year 7 and completely shape your whole education experience because you were laughed at.
Yeah.
And now you're the idiot. And because of that, you know, and people don't understand how nuanced and how it might seem something minor can have a tremendous impact on that young person's lives. And it's like, I always ask myself, just thinking about where we go from here is, how often do we create turning points for people in our community to change? Because when I was in school, and maybe you guys would agree, you know, you wasn't allowed to change. You go home half term, you come back to school, and you like a different type of music. They looking at you like you crazy, unless it's a new artist, right?
Yeah.
But to go to school and you grew up listening to R&B, and you come home talking about like come back to school, I like rock. They looking at you like you mad. You can't hang out with your friend. So there was always that feeling of who I really want to be, I can't be. I'm really living my life for everybody else, and I think that's something across generations that has been the case. But I also think it is class defined. So I really feel like it's important to as much as we talk about race, which I don't believe exists, we're a human race. I understand it as a social construct, and I think we have to operate within that framework for now. But in terms of ethnicity, I think it's something we have to ask ourselves: what is going to be our hegemony going forward? What is going to be our cultural norms? And stop pretending that it's something written in stone that we can't change. We can actually say, well, this is going to be our culture in Lewisham. This is what the data has been saying has been where the inequality takes place. But this is what it could look like now. So could we change the way how volunteering is perceived? And if so, what does the benefit look like in terms of, okay, if someone's volunteering, we're going to make sure as a community we support them to do X, Y, and Z. I think that'd be really interesting.
So are you running for mayor? You've been young mayor. I don't know why you don't just run for mayor.
I thought about it. I don't know about party
Excellent.
politics. I don't know about party politics. And
For
that's
your own party, you have to follow the ones that are out there.
That's why I love this, because I think for me, really, when you talk about wider determinants, and we're not necessarily talking about those traditional boxes, right? Because for me, I would love to meet more black people who are conservative. Yeah, I would love to meet more black people who are Lib Dems who are anti-party political. I tell you why. I tell you why. No, I tell you why, right? And I kid you not, I've over my years from like the age of 16 doing Young Mayors, like been on BBC and other shows and stuff like that. These people in the green room, they all talk to each other.
Yeah.
Some of them are really good friends.
They are
and
friends.
on TV,
on
TV, oh, they represent this party, represent that party. So I find it really interesting. With us as a people, we take everything personal. Yeah, like for us, it's like it means something to us. You can't smile in the back room to me and then on TV or anywhere be a different person, because we're calling you out. We're not realizing that you can still be genuine and true to yourself and operate differently in different spaces and not be seen as, as it's something negative, I think. Because I think for us, because of our trauma and PTSD, and it's something that is generational, and there's loads of information on how that affects us on a cellular level from a DNA point of view, which I find extremely interesting, right? We have to recognize that all of us can't be the same thing. Like you have to be Sabrina, you have to be Callum, and the spaces you operate in, own it. And I'm going to protect you in those spaces as well, because some of us don't like reading. Like I got certain friends who I want to talk about the report to. I can't give them this book. I can't. I just have to say, oh, what do you think about this? And they might be more interested in a community conversation, whereas someone else might be really interested in just sending notes to your email account based on their review of it. So I think there's different strokes for different folks. Definitely
agree. So let's look at the key findings. We've got the page in front of you. So unemployment in the UK for black people, 2 times more likely to be unemployed than white people. Black people are more likely to live in low income and live in deprivation, experience overcrowding, experience homelessness, experience fuel poverty. And black people are 3 times more likely to be arrested than white people. And black people are 9 times more likely to be stopped and searched than white people. So one of the ones, just thinking about culture,
experience homelessness. Like there's a taboo, at least in the Caribbean community, and I know for a fact in African community, when a young person is homeless, it's not even in general, who says that? Like who really says I'm homeless? And this is why definitions are really important, because if you don't have your own house and you're sleeping on someone's couch, you're homeless. You're sofa surfing. Yeah, that is not your dwelling. And I think if you look at definitions of what constitutes homelessness versus what people might say or define themselves as being homeless, it's a wide berth. Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of shame to it. There's a lot of parents who don't want to admit that they kicked their kids out. And there's other parents who feel quite proud of the idea. Yes, I finally kicked them out, but they don't have the resources to stand on their own 2 feet. Yeah. So for me, you know, some of us might think, is it really an issue? And I think, to be honest, definitions make a big difference, because we might have it more of a problem than we want to admit. Yeah. And I think the same could be said for overcrowding. Yeah. Like if you come from a big family and you're used to sharing things, it's like I've always shared with my brother. Like, you know what I mean? And then, my cousins, they always come over on the weekend, and then you get older, you realize like, like our house was 2 packed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then you find out from social workers, like there's actually a metric in terms of how much space you're supposed to have in your house per kid. You know, if you like wanted to foster and you realize all these things, you're like, but I want to give the kid a loving home. And they're like, well, do you got the space? You know, who's in the home? Do they got background checks? And you don't live your life by that. But when you become a professional, even then, I think many of us leave the professionalism at work and survive as whoever we are. But I think sometimes we need to kind of mix and blend the two. Yeah, definitely agree. I mean, for me, I was looking before today, I was looking at the to prison pipeline, and I was looking at the metrics behind that and the research that was done. And I feel like I may be wrong, maybe controversial to say it, but I do think that is the foundation for a lot of these things. I could be wrong, but I think my background as a teacher and the work that we do, the amount of young people that we've supported or been around that have ended up at a PRU and where they've gone after that hasn't been positive.
Well, it is a realistic when you're talking about, again, and I've used this word a lot, overused it in this podcast, but metrics, because you've got a thing called at-risk young person. So you have to use metrics to have an at-risk young person. So by definition, the PRU to prison pipeline has some form. I know it's controversial, it's a controversial term, but there are some factual things, because an at-risk child is looking at a child's trajectory, judging by these metrics and factors. So it does absolutely exist. It's just sort of, I guess, the format of how we're so, because we're not saying everyone that goes to and I know it's not people referral unit, and it's not called that anymore.
What do they call it now? Alternative provision.
Say that again.
Alternative provisions.
Yeah, and the majority of them have changed to sort of social, emotional, mental health units.
But in regards to Lucian, have we got one of those?
We do, yeah.
What's a social, emotional unit?
New Woodlands was a people referral unit.
Oh, yes, okay.
Alternative provision, but now it's a social, emotional, mental health.
Yes.
It's still very much stigmatized by the community as far as the people that we believe were there. But I think it's good that we're starting to look at it and say, actually, there are children here whose needs were actually going unmet, undiagnosed needs that we wasn't looking at, we wasn't considering. So there was again, and I think Junie spoke about this in the mental health one. They're being dealt with as criminals, as opposed to being dealt with and engaged as children that have needs.
And I think as a parent, like, I'm always like cognizant of what's happening with my boys. As busy as I get, I always try to make a conscious effort to slow down and take in what their needs are. And it's really interesting when I think about parenting from a generational point of view. There's others who are not of my generation would be, you're giving that one more attention than the other. And it's like, no, I know what they need. You know, that one doesn't need emotional reassurance. That one is very sure of who he is. Whereas that one needs a little bit more attention. And are you okay? How do you feel? And I feel like being emotionally intelligent is extremely important as a parent and as a teacher, anyone who's working with young people for that matter. I feel like you have to think about where does your deficit lie and how do you fill that space? And that's why I love being a youth worker, because the best way to be a youth worker in terms of like core principles is starting where the young people are starting from, recognizing they have their own complex world, and whatever happened in their world is just as important as what happened in yours as an adult, and allow them to bridge the space. So for me, I'm not always trying to solve young people's issues. I'm like, tell me about your day. How did it go? What went wrong? Oh, that's crazy. What did you do? And make them work it out and meet them halfway. And I think as a parent, it's something that we don't do enough of. And if you're someone who's been traumatized as well, you know, they say hurt people. Like, it's true.
Yeah.
Like, I apologize to my boys. I got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I know how to say sorry. Not because it fixes everything, but they need to get used to their dad, saying sorry to them.
Yeah.
I don't think my dad says sorry to me, and I'm 30 years old. You know what I mean? Even then, it was like, so I'm waiting on it. But you know what I mean? I feel like that's really interesting. But just, you know, not to say that this is my biggest point, but thinking about from a class point of view, if you're coming from a middle class background, it's more normal.
Yeah.
They're not perfect, so it's not about what's perfect or imperfect. It's what is the norms in these social groups and what makes them different or at least less susceptible to having some of the issues we have. I think a good example, if we talk about drug abuse now, you know, in middle class communities, that's an issue in terms of using drugs and harmful substances that some of us from the Black Caribbean or Black African community will never touch. We're like, no, that's crazy. That's drugs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't do that. But it's like, for them, it's like, why is it different? And I think it's also about who has the power, you know? And I think looking at the report, you know, that issue around stop and search, everyone's like, but we need stop and search because kids are carrying knives. I'm going to be 100. I believe that there is a place for stop and search because I've seen people who carry knives and I know people who carry knives and I'm like, yo, what's going on? I get it though. So they're in a catch-22 situation. So my argument is always like, what are you putting in place? So you're telling that person you shouldn't carry a knife because you're more likely to die by it, statistically. You know, you're endangering other people's lives. The whole issue around you can take someone, it goes on and on and on. But my question is like, what environment are we creating or what can we control to say to that young person, trust me enough to make this decision that arguably will make you vulnerable and I can do enough to ensure that you're protected.
Yeah.
We can't offer that.
I agree. Do you know why? Yeah, I know I can see you about to jump in.
I saw the eye twitch. I was like, let me land.
Statistically, stop and search has never correlated to less knife crime.
No.
However, if we turn around tomorrow and said we are never going to stop and search anyone again, we're never going to stop a car again, I might buy a gun myself because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you lot. No, I'm joking. But I'm not sure what you lot are thinking because the majority of people are going to think to themselves, "So I'm never going to be stopped. I'm definitely not safe now."
Yeah.
Most of England will think like that.
Yeah.
No, of course.
You're never going to stop nobody. You're not searching nobody. So anyone next to me can just. There's no deterrent.
But that's America.
We
Like,
haven't-
you can legally, I'm not sure about the laws here, but in America, you can legally in certain states carry guns and open carry as well. So it's not a question of whether something's legal or not. It's whether or not you feel safe buying a gun because you know it ain't going to help improve your safety.
Yeah.
So sorry, I don't want to interject,
Sorry.
but I think you probably get me.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
You know, and I think for me, it's like, it can't happen on its own, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
It's being seen as this is the way we stop it because they don't know how to do anything else. You know, I even presented this argument to people, and some people look at me like I'm crazy. Oh, more black people should join the police, and everyone's like, "Are you mad? Is it Leroy Logan? Have you read his book? Did you see about the police are institutionally racist?"
Yeah.
My argument is this: the police service. They are a service, which is very important to call them a service and not a force, because who are they a force against? Anyway, the police service is one of the last bastions of white working class spaces. It's not to say that white working class people are the issue, but some of the prejudices and racist ideals that may have existed in England at one point exist in these spaces because it's a homogenous group. They have more of a shared culture.
Yeah.
So this is what is normal is always going to continue there unless it gets shaken up a bit. And because of that, and because of us who have varying experiences of the police service, we feel like that place is not open to us.
Yeah.
But if you go to a party and you're having fun and you're enjoying it, the DJ is DJing out the party and 10 men show up in there, yeah? And 5 of them have ulterior motives for that night, it's going to mash up the whole party. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, at the end of the day, I guess my point, and it's not the greatest analogy, but when we go to spaces in numbers, we may not necessarily be able to do everything we plan to do, but you do have an impact on what that subculture looks like. So we're talking about the policies in the police service, what needs to change. Yeah, that needs to change. Like, how do you report issues? How do you deal with situations? What should be best practice? All of those things, cultural competency, workshops, all of that. But if we're not in there in numbers, when the cameras are off, when we're not on at the job and we're just all PCs hanging out having a drink on a weekend, it's our subculture that creates the culture. And I feel like we need to be looking at it like that, because Black America is a really good example. You know, America has its issues, and someone who's American and have dual citizenship, one of the things I love about Black America, like I think is the UK could fit in, I think California 3 times. So America's huge. It's a continent. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't look at it like the UK. The UK is an island. And I think Lewisham, we got the highest proportion of the Black population in London. Second to, I think, was it Nottingham or Manchester? I think Manchester, then Birmingham. But anyway, we're up there. I feel like, what is our subculture? Because there's something about being British. We're citizens. Yes, we need to occupy that space. But what does Black culture look like? And I'm tired of people just talking about Brixton. Yeah?
Big up Brixton.
Because Brixton is we're in Lewisham. You know, we got our own history. You know,
kind of goes back to but it goes back to sort of what I was saying, and like obviously you're saying that there's it's a hard one. I don't agree with more Black people joining the service, because I think that it's institutionally racist, and I think that by definition racism exists whether there's black person or white person around there. And I think the best example I can give is the fact that we have the most diverse cabinet at the moment that we've ever had in the UK, with some of the most draconian and racist policies that we've ever had. So that's why I don't think there's a correlation per se.
but not all skin folk is kinfolk, right?
No, 100%, 100%. But that's not my point. Was more not to look at the problem, but look at the solutions. And I think the solutions, there's not one. It's not one. It's not. There's more than one way to skin a cat. But I think this is where me and you sometimes bump heads, but in a positive way, because we have different ways of skinning the cat.
And I love the way that Callum put that out there. Because now we do. We know we got the shared goal, but we have different approaches to it.
Exactly. And mine is always just like community. Like within the community, we can set up the space, so we can set up the solutions that we require on our own, do our own thing. Do you see what I'm saying? But I also appreciate there's 2 ways to skin a cat. Do you see what I'm saying?
I think a good example is, like, we talk about health inequality, and it's crazy because whenever a child is born, and you know, I'm not going to get into the Harry and Meghan topic of, you know, what color is the kid. But if you're from our backgrounds, to be honest, that is a conversation. We may not say it like that, but we say, "What do you look like, grandma or grandpa? You think he's going to have this here?" And that's probably because of how we've been racialized in this Eurocentric system.
100%.
So it's part of a bigger issue. That being said, thinking about having babies, we do ask the question, or at least I did, when a child is being born, I wonder if they might have asthma. Or if someone has asthma, be like, oh, your cousins has asthma. Like, we see it as something that in some way is hereditary, you know, like it's normal. And it's only until you meet people who take their family to Kent for the weekend or live in Kent and only move to London, commute to London for work. And they're like, like they don't live in London because of the pollution. When you start to really understand the economic situation around health and access to, for example, clean air, you start realizing, dang, we've been in this situation for too long. Like the fact that we see asthma as it's something we endure. You know what I mean? Oh, I got a pump, I don't use it no more. You know what I mean? Oh, I got this machine. You know what I mean? Like they had in the States, we had these machines where you put the little liquid in, because one of my cousins had really bad asthma to the point he had asthma attacks at night. And I remember getting so desensitized to it was normal. It was like, put him on a machine, 20, 30 minutes, he's okay. And when you look at health inequalities and you start understanding the science behind, you know, health, you realize like there's too much of what diabetes, high cholesterol, we cope with it. We don't think that this is something that should not be happening, you know?
Absolutely.
And it's like we shame our way out of it, if anything. It's like, we know how to call someone fat. You know, you're either too fat or you need to put on weight. You know what I mean? That's our metric of saying whether you're healthy or not, or drink some tea or something like that, or take a shot of rum. Like, you know what I mean? When really it's like we come from generations of herbalists, people who understood this information. And I would not to go on a tangent. I just think for me, I remember, and I'm changing my life now, because you know when you have like the Rasta man who knows every concoction and he tell you how many minerals and da-da-da-das and stuff, and I always think, I'm like, yeah man, like, you sure? Like, are you sure?
Yeah, you didn't believe him.
Like, you know, it's one of the ones that's like, boy, a pill is a pill, isn't it? Like, but you want me to drink detox for for me, it's really interesting because you got that bastardizing of what is that holistic, medicinal space you can occupy in terms of looking after yourself and your community, and who controls it versus what is really accessible.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I love a pound of bowl, but the truth is that stuff ain't really good fruit. You know what I mean? Like oranges don't take like oranges and strawberries don't taste like, you know what I mean? You start realizing it's only until you go back home to your family countries or whatever, you start realizing that yo, mangoes ain't nothing here. Like you ain't never tasted mango
day,
properly.
yeah.
It's not staying in your tongue. It's not
It's not. One day, and it just goes back to the poverty metric.
Yeah.
Because one day you'll be so rich that all you have left to eat is money. You see what I'm saying? And real wealth is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What you just spoke about for me is real wealth, like real food,
Yeah.
real air quality.
Yeah.
And these are poverty metrics we need to look at. Not just I've got money, but statistically, I'm gonna die
Standard of
10
living.
years younger than my white neighbor.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and we're coming to the end, so I just really want to touch on the opportunities for actions because we could sit here for
Yes.
a couple more hours.
We
No,
gotta catch up
literally.
another time. I think it's good.
But I just want to touch on the opportunities for actions just before we close. Yeah. So, first one is consider cultural and religious influences when developing interventions to address the wider determinants of health inequalities for Black African, Black Caribbean, and Black mixed ethnic minority groups. It's wordy. Need a bit more commas in there. Feed that back to
Public health.
The second one is collaborate with government agencies and institutions to remove issues ethnic minorities face when in contact with the justice system and ensure these agencies work to address health inequalities.
I'd like you carry on. Sorry.
Conduct more research to understand the impacts of the food environment and food poverty on health and well-being of Black African and Black Caribbean communities, and devise strategies to address the structural issues at a community level.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like that one. And the
More
last
vegan
one
food.
is take action to address employment inequalities and issues around racism and discrimination in the public sector. Offer more protection for key workers from Black African, Black Caribbean and Black mixed ethnic groups in health or other high-risk occupations.
I like that one because not to go back too much to what you said about the policing, but I know a lot of Black officers and they are having a horrendous time. And I think it's good to say I want to get into those spaces to make changes, but how long is that going to take? Because the culture isn't set up for us to be able to thrive and for us to be ourselves. So you go into a space and before you know it, you start conforming to the ways of the culture of that, maybe that police station or wherever you are in NHS. And I just don't see that being the best way to go forward. So I feel like there should be more advocacy and more support metrics that are embedded into that. So I know we have the appropriate adults for young people, but the police need to be more visible, personally. I know when I was growing up, there was always someone around. Now you may see a PCO, depends where you live in the borough, but they need to be visible, come to where we are, allow open conversations and build that trust within the community. And then maybe we might see things better for maybe our children as they get older or our grandchildren.
I think just to add on to your point, if you think about, I've done some Googling and I went on Lucian NHS board, the ones that, the trust that runs our local hospital, and there's only 2 Black people on that board. One is Dr. Neil Goldburn, and he's a chief strategy partnerships. I don't know his full title. Another one who's a non-executive director is Godfrey Allen. And he's one of, I think, 7 or 8, maybe more, non-exec directors on this board. It's a public appointment. A public appointment is an appointment that is given by a minister of state to oversee a public body organization. And the question we need to be asking ourselves is why a lot of us are not having public appointments and occupying that space. As a board member on the Youth Justice Board, it's a public appointment. I'm in my 2nd term where I was reappointed by the Lord Chancellor. And for me, it's not about the chutzpah around how amazing the role is. It's more about what am I impacting in this space. It has higher than us as a board. It's the Minister of Justice, you know. So it goes back to the politics. That being said, ministers are doing a lot of things. We're the ones we're completely focused on being child first, thinking about the youth justice system and how it affects young people. I'm in that space. When I joined, I was one of only 2 black people. Now there's 3 of us, 3 black men who occupy that space, with Keith Fraser being the chair. It's really interesting because at some point you get to a place where just because someone looks like you doesn't mean they think the way you think. And that's okay too, because we need to have diversity of thought within the idea of what it means to be black. But what I would say is we need to start really considering, what do we want? And a lot of the times we don't know what we want. We know what's hurting us, and some of us are really good at articulating that. But when we get to the point of conclusions, what do you want? I just want to be happy. I just don't want to be stressed. Be Pacific. You know what I'm saying? It's like, actually, I want to live to 99 and 100. So it means we need to do X, Y, and Z. You know, I don't want to be stressed and have mental breakdowns. And if I do have a mental breakdown, I want to be okay with that. Because I don't know about you, but as a black man, you know, we talk about black women, and we should. That's really important. But holding space around mental illness in terms of black men is really interesting. Many of us hide it to the point that we would let go of our responsibilities instead of being seen as weak. So we rather seen as bad, or he's a runaway, or he don't do this, rather than experiencing like, yo, like, I have bad mental health. And someone said something to me, and because y'all know I could talk forever, but they said, look at mental health as mental health hygiene. And I thought that was a really good way of looking at it. Because you know if you brush your teeth or not, and you could get away with like, boy, I was tired or whatever. You know if you didn't bathe. You know these things. Mental health hygiene. You know if you're not okay. And some of us don't want to admit what we need to do to be okay. And sometimes it means not talking to your loved one today. Right? Sometimes it means like not picking up the phone. And sometimes it means having all of that. Like, can you give me a hug? Like, I ain't been hugged today, you know? And if you talk about that, people think you're crazy. So, you know, I was at a event today that I was doing a lecture, and I asked them, how are you feeling? And they all looked at me like I was crazy. And then I said, one thing I love about my culture and just being African-American, because of our history of transatlantic slavery and the issues of racism in America, and using English and being forced to use English, we had to make the most out of just little words. So just saying how you feeling, we can say so much. How you say enunciation, our tone, all of those things give information. And I feel like we need to go back to the things that kept us alive and now use it as a tool that many other people can't wield really well. So when they're creating these jobs for us in terms of cultural competency or whatever, we're the only ones who can feel it. Because we're the only ones who know how to deal with the solutions. That's me though. That's
absolutely, bro. We definitely got to have you back on.
I'm down. I love this space, man. I love what you guys are doing as well. So big up you too, man. And it's about younger generations talking about this, because some people talk about this only when they're 60 and 70, right? Like we're all pushing under 40, so we okay. Like
I'm not.
You better just slow it with us. You looking the youngest on the panel, so you're good to go. Nah, bro. I appreciate you both.
We appreciate you. And wow, I feel like I wish we had more time just to go. And I kind of want to see you two go head to head.
I always say, listen.
I think if you get
Malcolm and Marion, we can do this.
It goes all day, but you get so much from it.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
You know what I mean? Even if I leave, like, damn Jacob, I always get a lot from it.
I appreciate you.
We definitely gotta have you back on. That would be good.
And boys, they need to see us talking.
They need
like
to see it, man. They need to see it. Do you know what I'm saying?
That you can have a conversation and have different, and
but
there's no
the goal's
fighting.
still the same, you know.
Yeah, and there's no fights or nothing after.
And I don't have to malice him after. I don't have to be like, well, if someone's talking about Cal, I'm like, oh, don't give him that. No, no, it's not worth it. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Well, on that note, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.
Like, subscribe, boom, boom, boom.
Thank you, hon. Oh gosh.
All good?
How did that get to just so quickly?
That went very quick.
I kind of felt like going for 2 hours and be like, cut it up. Take it
Quick,
you know what I mean?
Yo.
It did.
Well, I know we finished. We started a little bit late. So
Let's take this photo as well.
Okay. Let's take a photo.
And if you're not on LinkedIn, you gotta join LinkedIn.
I'm on LinkedIn. But I'm on it, and there's absolutely nothing.
You are on LinkedIn now. I got you on LinkedIn.
I need someone to do like some help videos, because I don't know what to do, and I always get scared because it's not like Insta and Facebook, so you've got to write tangible stuff. And I'm dyslexic as well, so I'm like, does that make sense? I don't know.
I need a LinkedIn picture.
Oh yeah, my picture.
This is
I
the
look
right
like
space for
I look
it.
like I'm catfishing.
You know why it's good on
It's
LinkedIn?
true.
Don't feel like you gotta overdo it. Literally, what I'm gonna do tonight, I'm gonna say I was here,
Really?
and I'm looking forward to the recording. And then people like, you see, one thing what
I'm gonna
people
send you the
understand.
ads, yeah, the social media.
you
yeah.
gotta
Bro,
be.
Can you just take a picture of us, please? All right.
Everybody wants to be relevant, no matter what space we exist in, right? And we forget that. We think it's all about entertainment.
Yeah, it's very true. Take the water bottles off. You gonna smile, Callum?
I'm trying not to because
I
my
never
teeth close my
smile.
eyes.
I
innit? Like,
never smile.
I
I don't know
started
why.
gym, you know what I mean?
I never
Like,
smile, bro. It's like all of my pictures. I just look serious. It's not deliberate.
Sorry, Callum.
I thought he took it already. Now I gotta give you a fake
It's
smile.
not Callum.
Oh my God, Cam. Sorry,
Not
Cam.
Callum.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just letting you just so you know that's not Callum. That's Cam.
Boy.
It's Cam, by the way. This one I'll be smiling at least.
Except for me.
Please tell me you took a picture before. Oh, because
Nah,
I'm fighting my cheeks,
I know.
man.
I was only posing in one.
no.
Check out.
Remember, he's only got one arm as well,
Oh
so
my gosh, yeah, sorry,
No,
darling.
it's fine.
Does it look alright?
that's a banging picture. That's a banging picture.
My mouth is open.
Yeah, but you're laughing. You're laughing.
No, he looks great. He looks great. That is
Sorry,
cheap.
no, one more. Sit down. Sit down. No, one more.
No, there's more. There's more.
No, man, have to take one more. But don't take long. Like, as soon as you stand
Yeah,
there,
you
take
can
it.
crop us out for that one. I know
I
you
plan
like
to.
it.
I plan to.
What? Sorry. Wait, sorry. Thank you.
All right.
I just
not
want
even
to
going
say the way that you clap and the way you take pictures. I like the way you take pictures better than Callum. But you got to work on that. You got to work on that.
You're going to be in the mirror later on, self-conscious. He's going to walk away, go back. Nah, man.
I don't know why you don't use this because that would make me feel really special.
Jeez.
At least I know next time.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's the stuff you put in your appraisals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
oh, man, this was good. This was amazing.
That is mine. It's my charger here. With my phone. Oh God, I'm going, Jim. I have to.
I signed up, but
Tired, man.
I
Tired minute, bro. Between the kids, work, business.
I signed up to the gym right by opposite Weatherspoons in Catford. Because
Okay,
my plan
yeah,
is,
yeah, yeah.
I go with young mayors, I finish at 7, I go to that bus stop, I could go to the
You
gym
have to
for an
go.
hour.
Yeah,
You feel
that's
me?
it.
So
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
way how I planned it.
That's the best way to plan it. If you can fit it into your schedule in a way where it's like, if
Literally
I see it,
physically as well.
I feel bad for missing it.
Because I could take 171, but I say I'm going to take 136.
Yeah, and the journey's is the worst part of it all.
Bro, you know what it is? This is the only body we're going to have until we hit the, So I need to look after it.
Look after.
Cause I used to be a bad boy when I was young, you know what I mean? And I'm tired of people telling me I used to be. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I need to be the best is just to come.
Yeah, nah,
You feel me?
100%. We sound like them old people.
Yo.
Where when we did young, we did that bad boy.
You know what I mean?
My dad, literally.
I ain't
As he's
know.
rolling up.
I want to stay
yeah.
Man, last time I was in my state, my dad hit me with the push-ups. He went in hard. I was like, all right. Still better looking at you, but all right.
So the pen's nib's a bit shaky.
Yeah.
Oh, my battery's dying. Maybe I can't go, Jim.
You got charging?
Oh my God, it's on
Should have charged
0%.
it the whole time. Can't you quickly get some juice while we're packing up?
You got, iPhone
Samsung's got a
charger.
thing, yeah.
No, I can't. No,
Can't use
sorry.
enough.
So what you got? You
I
got,
got,
you
no, I
into
got
this?
some charge. I got 8%.
So
8%.
I used to, you want to start, like I used to do filming when I was like 14. I used to do like YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Then that got me into going doing creative media in college in Kingston College.
Okay, cool.
And then from Kingston College I went Gloucestershire University of Gloucestershire, and to do film production. And I wasn't really feeling it, and of course the environment and the people there just wasn't really. Yeah, because I like a different I like getting out my comfort zone, but that was too out my comfort zone. That was too Like I was probably it was probably me and my brethren, the only black guy there.
Yeah, Gloucestershire. You mean?
Yeah, it was more. I didn't know it. I didn't know nothing about the area. I just thought it's a different area.
Sure.
The Shires.
Our uni's here
Shires.
and the big horse races here.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
You know what's funny?
I went out mad.
It's funny because the older I get, not that I prefer those places, but
you experience it so much more different, especially if you're confident. You experience those spaces a lot differently as you get older. Do you know what I mean?
So
So
it becomes your plaything after it.
yeah, it does.
My toys.
Like horses.
I'm going to go to
Like,
Gloucestershire.
horse
And everyone's looking at you like you're a madman. And you're like, trust me, I got the tools, innit? I can do this.
You know what? No, I'm gonna cut it. Alright, no, I don't want to put on hand then next week we're chilling for 20 minutes and then.
Then I get the invoice.
I don't know if y'all did it, but y'all should have done the thing like at the end, yeah. You got everyone say who they are, and you should read this or something like that, and use them as like you know those quick videos.
Bro, we're 8
that they
episodes in, bro. We can't even start with that now. But we should have done
Yeah,
that.
that makes sense.
He was looking
That
for a
makes
gimmick.
sense.
Like,
No,
something like
we
that,
can
like-
message you, or you can all do that in your personal space.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they?
True.
Yeah.
And just hold it up and have you
Yeah.
given everyone one, yeah?
Everyone's got a copy. Yeah,
You
if they haven't,
need to
message
read
me.
if you haven't, something like that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Check it out, check it. But everyone says
That's a
like the
good
last
idea.
bit they say the same thing.
Say the
Like
same
check
thing.
it out,
Be the
or
first.
I don't mind.
Yeah, be the first and send it to us, and then we can
Alright,
use
cool,
this
I got
blueprint.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's wicked. That's a good
I
idea.
got you.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want. It's like,
I'll be
how do
down
you
on
take
that. I
serious
do it for
information
ages.
Yeah.
and make it catchy enough that the average Joe is aware of it? Because not everyone's still gonna read it, but it should be common knowledge
should be aware of
that if you meet a black person in Lucian, or if they're not, whatever
Yeah,
they are,
yeah.
they're like, have you heard of Black Sheep Report?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not recording anymore, are we? No. Because you know them politicians, they try to
Yeah,
use
they're
it
come
as,
for you, yeah.
they try to use it as their thing.
Oh,
The
their
more
thing, yeah.
successful it is,
Yeah.
in terms of the impact, they be like, oh, well, but I'll tell y'all something when we go out, like, certain people use this as their platform to go into parliament. It's-
I heard that. Yeah.
Even university, your work that you do at university, if your lecturer likes it enough, a lot of them are friends and pally-pally with councillors that are pally-pally with MPs, and they will use your work as a model
Yeah.
for social change.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
Because it's owned by the university.
Yeah.
Your work's
yeah.
not owned by you.
But you know, one thing I love is like, if you're really good at something, you need to if someone's really good at something, let them be good. Find something else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Like everyone's like, but I'm better. Nah, find something else to do.
Yeah.
But if you're not the type of person who's multifaceted, it's difficult, isn't it?
It's hard.
Like when it's the only thing you know how to do, and someone comes along, you're like, no, this is my best. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, you do it. I get you to work, and let me go
Yeah.
do something else. Because like you, I want horses on a farm. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my god.
I
That
wanna
one's got
relax.
Susan Rowe. She's moved out to the countryside. She's got
She
cows
got
and stuff at the back of her
business.
garden.
Beautiful thing.
She can't talk to you on the phone, there's no reception, but you know, she's got wildlife.